Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Natalie and this is So Stitch So Nat. It is Flosstube 44 and it is 23rd of July 2024. It's slightly later in the day and as you can see I'm not quite in my normal filming location, and that is because the kids have now finished, although there's only one at home at the minute and the other half's out at work, so I've only got a short space of time, so hopefully this won't feel too rushed. Hello to my returning subscribers and my new subscribers. Thank you very much for coming along, subscribing and returning. I did do a giveaway about 3 months ago. I had 3 entries. Unfortunately the winner never came back, so I've redrawn it. As I said I would. So there's only 2 other entries, and my son picked number 2 on the list I'd written down, which happened to be Beverly Lawrence 5346. So if you're still interested in this, comes with the pattern, not touched the pattern, and it comes with the flosses, which are also new. So if you're interested or not interested, let me know, and I'll either try and give it away to the last person or do a new giveaway. I can't remember which Flosstube it was. I've literally just pulled it up and pulled out the details. I will do life at the end. Been a lot going on, hence my absence. Shall we start with Jolly July? It was midway through June when I last recorded, and I also did a whip parade, which I think was the end of June. But yeah, so I just got a big basket of things. This is in a project bag I made myself. It's not fantastic, but it works. So my first one to show is Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Christmas Wreath. I didn't get this when the sale was on, I got it afterwards. And I took inspiration from Kokama Stitchery seal. She did hers on a red fabric. And I liked it so much I wanted to do that too. So this is Burgundy 32 Camp Marano by Swigart. And I have to turn it around, it's still upside down. I gotta think. Oh man. Oh, it's coming out very pink on there, I think. So I finished part 1 of what was the original sale. I've sort of like gone and had a look at what the sale parts were and just tried to replicate them. So basically all got left to do on the big bow, a bit more, I don't know if there's a bit more of the dark red stitching, and just filling. It's all just literally filling now. Needle minders, Caterpillar cross stitch. Yeah, love that. I love Christmas. I think, yeah. But you never get enough time when it comes around to December with this, that and the other going on. You've got presents to wrap, Christmas fairs, Christmas plays, you name it, it's all going on. And that's stitched with an on-call for DMCs. Next is my Gingerbread Village by Little Fox Stitching. I need to check the link, but I think you can now buy this but not on Etsy. I have been linking it in my previous videos. I'll check the link still works and I'll link it down, but I'll link her shop down, but I think this was on there. There's some other ones that are on there as well. And this is still on the hoop, so just a second. I've literally done endless white stitching this month. And yeah, I still use a DMC. Right, this is a biggie. So I've not done anything with the top row. I've worked the white along the second row, and then that's where I'm up to with the third row, and this is on a 28 count even weave. I can't remember which grade it is. It might be, I don't know, it's really big. Stitch 2/2 with call for DMC. I think it's in like 22 colours in it. I know, and I've just written 28 count Murano, I didn't put the colourway. I'll put it there. That's not that. I don't know. It's a deeper grey. You know it's grey. Not sure. My mind's gone blank. Yeah, it's on my whip go to get to 70%. I'm currently about 50%. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, when I get it out, it's alright. I mean, to get to 70%, I've got to do all the white stitching, or I could ditch it and do some other colours as well. So we'll see. I have started making more progress on the whip that got put in the naughty corner for a long time. And I've just seen this morning on their Instagram page, it looks like it's going to be released soon. Which is the Jingle Block Party by Hands On Design. So I got this at the Jingle Ball 2023, did the class, was doing the stitching, kept messing up something chronic, and went, "You're going in the naughty corner, I don't like you anymore." And there is a lot of hanging threads because you're literally changing colour every 2 minutes, apart from the odd block here and there. So I had stitched all the way along the bottom and put the bells and things and some other markers in, and then I put it down. There is a bit of fudging in there. Can't remember all of them entirely, but I'm sure I'll find it when I do the back stitching. So I've now decided I'm just going to work my way gradually across and reward myself when I do get the chunks of colour that I can actually stick or jingle. So I think there's 2 more people and just jingle at the other end. And I'm sat really awkwardly, so my back's bothering me. Can't remember where the top needle minder's from, but it's Unentitled Goose Game one, and the other one's Caterpillar Cross Stitch. This is stitching for mainly the call for DMC. I didn't have one, so I substituted purely because of when it arrived. Or when I got the pattern, it was a PDF pattern though. So I swapped out 729 for 726, which is like a yellow, and mine's on a 28 count platinum, I think it is, 2/2. And then I've got the top to stitch as well. I've got some fabric I think will work on top, but until it's done I'm not sure. So yeah, I haven't got the pins for it because Just Another Button Company don't ship to the UK, so I was hoping they might go on 123 Stitch when it does go live. So yeah, that's another Jolly July. That's in Sew Bead Bags by Pauline. So is the other one actually. And then we're just on to the Amazon one. Oops, sorry. So this is Luca-S. This was stitched as part of March Madness, just a kit. 16 count Ada, all called, well, I say called for kit threads, which I think are anchor. So sorry, a bit crinkled. Right, so head's nearly done. There's a tiny bit here to do. I've got to fill in this eye, fill in the rest of the scarf, but I wanted to keep that, and then literally just fill up the whole belly, and put the wings and then the headphones on. Oh, and the feet. That's on a, yeah, so I'll do 16 count wide guard Ada. I would say it's probably pewter, but it's like a light grey. Yeah, there's some stars to go around it. I think, I can't remember if they're in metallic, but also I want to do it in a hoop, so you can't see it, but it's a square pattern, so there's no point in stitching something you're going to cut off, is there, or hide. So when I get to that bit, I'll figure that one out. Running out of time. So Christmas project. Pick this up today. Oops. After watching Liz Matthews, I was like, yeah, I'm glad to get back to that. Which is Coffee Shop. I keep calling it Cozy Café. I think that's the name of the sale. Sorry, really bad glare. This was a kit I got off Amazon, fairly inexpensive. Made a working copy. Chart's not too small. And this is where I'm up to with it. Yeah, so you can see that's as far as it'll go that side. I'm just working my way down to the bottom now. And I think what I've really decided is I'm not a fan of Q-snaps. I think I've mentioned this in my previous video or the one before. So I think I'm gonna ditch them somehow. I've got some other things I need to de-stash really as well. I think that's a Maloka Designs. If not, it's a Caterpillar cross stitch needle winder. I think I got it for Christmas, the needle winder. That's all called for kid stuff. I don't think it'll be finished for this year, but it's nice to sort of get it out and work on it. In fact, I don't think any of my Christmas... I did want to finish one, but I'll talk about that in plans. Right. So I've got I haven't pulled out Merry Christmas You Filthy Animal, which is the one I want to talk about in plans. I haven't pulled out Christmas List, which I was going to pull out on the 8th of July when Sew Me Sarah started. Sorry, just trying to put something back. Time got away with me and I forgot, and then got it out, looked at it, went, I don't want to stitch on it, and put it back, if I'm completely honest. I do love it, but at that particular moment in time it's like, nope, don't want to do that. However, between Sarah of Sew Me Sarah and Nicola of Bumble Stitches, I picked up ages ago all the Glitter Village series. So I've started Glitter Village this July. Right, sorry, just saved you from the sneeze, because I know what it's like when you've got headphones on. Oh no, I'm going to sneeze again. Right, sorry, I've got two hanging threads. So this is the top bit of the first house, and then you leave 3 squares and you carry on for the next one. So it's literally a little bit of the roof and the bit across the top. I have opted for all the overdyes on this. The full list of what you'll need to complete the project is on Country Cottage Needleworks website. So there's no sort of duplication, it's consolidated into one. You will need a few skeins of some of them, but I opted to do sometimes I opt to do like just the DMC wipe. In this case I opted to do the overdye, which is bamboo. So yeah, oops, these are all the threads. 2 of the green. So my 4-leaf clover, I don't know if it could come across on camera. I know a little bit. One's much darker than the other, but I think because you're only using a small bit in the patterns, I think I'll get away with it. Let's hope. Yes, there's 5 bamboo and 2 of those greens, but the rest are all singles. And I'm stitching that on a 32 count Belfast raw linen with silver flecks, which is just a like pre-cut. That is what it all will look like. Yeah, so I worked out the border. I think it's a bit more of a bigger border than I do on one side, and then might be able to scrape something out of the bottom one. I haven't hemmed the edge yet though. I think I've got some knitting coming. So that is all my Christmas stitching. I've got notes to the side as usual. So yeah, done those. Look, it's that hot today, my ice is almost melted. It's freezing cold this morning, absolutely tipping it down with the rain, not baking hot. Done that. Right, okay, on to the rest of my other whips. So some of these might have been, well, these will be picked up at the end of June. So you might have seen the progress in the whip parade. Apologies if you did. So this is my D's 20 Stitches Stitch for Pride piece. I've not got July's on there yet. And because I've not planned properly, I can't remember. I know Frida Kahlo's the goldy looking one at the bottom. I can't remember the other ones. So I've got another piece to go here. So that's where the July one's going. They did open it up. He did open it up for new people to come and join for 1 week only. So hopefully you got in. If not, sorry. But keep following his channel. And go and check them out. Definitely. Cracks me up. And sort of very open, candid, makes you think about the world in a slightly different way as well. We're quite open. You know, we've said, as long as our boys are happy, that's the main thing. And not doing anything illegal, like drugs, or killing people, or not being a nice person to deal with. We're okay, we're doing okay. Right, so next is my stitch along with Flossie Sews and Grows. I haven't got the booklet to hand, it's downstairs. This is from inside the booklet, but I think it's the front cover. which is With Thy Hands. Sorry, my nose is running now. I think my allergies are kicking off. So I think, I don't know what to say. It must have been a couple of videos ago. And I thought, yeah, I really need to get that out. It's on a 40 count country vintage mocha called 4 DMC 102. Got it out. Started doing some work. Can you see that? I think it's a sheep, if I remember rightly. Yep, it's a sheep. The sheep is one stitch too close to the house, so that's got to come out. The dog's fine. I want to try and come down, so I want to get the full length so I know what the length looks like. But I'm just trying to work my way to either side. But yeah, I need to pull the sheep out, and then put the sheep back in, put the chicken in, put the tree in, and then I think it's a bird or a squirrel or something. It's on this file, and then there's the border, to which there's 4 different borders. I like borders anyway. So this is my first time using a Nerge hoop. Well, I say hoop, like, because they make the round hoops as well. But I'm liking it. You can see I've got a little bit of, not quite too tense. So I think I'll be getting some more of these. But like I say, not a fan of the Q-snaps, I've decided. I think it's a lot of extra to carry in the hand. Which is ironic because I've got a Q-snap holder for my Loly, didn't I? Might keep some of them, but not the massive one, and maybe not the small one. So that's Flosstubers and Grows, and another one that I'm doing, Flosstubers Grows, and Sew Me Sarah is Light by Barabra Ana, which is a free on her Instagram. Sorry, I'm knocking the camera as well. I haven't picked this up since I last stitched on it in June. So this is all the cord 4 DMC on the cord 4 fabric, which is a dirty fabric 32 count Belfast linen, stitch 2/2. Can't remember if I fudged anything. Don't think I have. But yeah, I think that the dress is going to take some stitching, isn't it? I don't mind it though. Sorry, this is what it looked like when it's done. This is my first Barabra Ana piece. I'm finding it harder to go up here than I am to go up in the dress, so who knows. But yeah, love that. And it's in a bag I made myself. At least it's sealed. I've got one project bag, it's got all in the side. I just haven't caught the vinyl properly. I had to restitch this, but it's laying a bit flatter now. You can see the lines more in the camera. But some sloth fabric I picked up a while ago. One thing I'm not keeping up with is the Caterpillar cross stitch cell. I think we're on part 3, but my email's not working for part 3, so I need to investigate that. Because I've downloaded part 2, went to download part 3 and can't. I'll put a picture in what it'll look like. I think there's one more release to go. I think that comes out in August. So this hasn't moved since my, or has it moved since my wet parade? Might have done a little bit actually. that's where I want to. So that's the starter part. So this is part. Ooh, sorry. So that bit there, oops, is part 2. The rest of it's part 1. But yeah. So yeah, I need to go and investigate what's going on with that. I haven't switched the big laptop on. I've only tried to do it from my phone, which normally works. I've got an Apple phone. I've not tried it from the iPad, but I seem to have the same problem. So I will try again. Next is the piece I'm stitching for the person that owns the stitches, which is this. I call it the dog project. Now I've worked out how to stitch on it, it's fine. Good notes on my iPad after taking a photo of it and like just blobbing the colour rather than highlighting it. So yeah, he's really starting to come to life now. It does look better on the camera than it does when you stood next to it, but yeah, really starting to come to life now. And this is on a 14 count Ada. It was on kit Ada, but I've swapped it out to my own, and hopefully I've got enough threads to complete everything. I just couldn't pick up from where they'd left off, but I'll get it framed. I'll just frame it myself. I did talk about maybe getting this done for mid-August. That isn't gonna happen. So yeah, it'll be Christmas now. Alright. So yeah, done that one. Done with die hands. So I've got one more whip and then a new start. Can't remember if I had this in my last regular Flosstube or not, or whether it's a new start since then. It might be. What's going on here? So it's a Mill Hill kit. This is for my son. So it's Mill Hill Lizard MH18-1713. So it's backwards for me in the camera. That's what that looks like. I think I've just got all the pale blue stitches to do, and then I'm onto the beads. So I've not got that much to go. Sorry if you can hear, I think it's next door's dog. I've not got the top windows on the latch. Like I say, it's quite hot all of a sudden this afternoon. And this is just in like a little Amazon, and I've got one of my bead smiths stuck to it. That was off Caterpillar Cross Stitch, one of the subscription boxes. I bet she just bagged up all the buttons. And I'm not sure if someone's going to ring the bell, or if that's next door's. That's next door's. Right, so my last new start. Well, there's only 2 new starts. Oh no, 4 new starts. Technically 2 are Safs, so I'll talk about them in just a minute. I should have led with them really, shouldn't I? Yeah, I had some finishes. So I decided to start Luca-S. I call it Koi Carp. It's called the Aquarium. After seeing it repeatedly on this Mrs. Fisher's Stitches, or this Mrs. Can't get my teeth in, sorry Lizzie. So yep, I've started that. I was having real trouble with the pattern. It's on A3, but it's really big. I went to Ryman's and I've now got it scanned in on my email. Well worth paying for. I did ask for a photocopy and then went, how much? How much is it for email? Yeah, that'll do. Because I was going to do both, but so yeah, and that's all. It's all in the kit stuff. Yeah, I've only done a tiny bit. This is before I got it scanned in. I think I've re-put it on GoodNotes. I tried to take a photocopy, but because the sheet was folded, it wouldn't lie flat. So yeah, it's been re-scanned in. The threads are in here somewhere. There is lots. So yeah, there are 4 bobbing cards. 5 bobbing cards. But predominantly a lot of that blue colour, which is what I started with. Yeah, that's 2 stitches full cross. So yeah, it's a full coverage piece. There's not much back stitching in it. 16 count Ada. It's got difficulty levels 3 out of 5. I think I've done some full coverage before, yeah. I've also got a full coverage piece on the go, which I'm not picking up. Yeah, so I'm trying to find my rhythm with that. That's not found it yet. That piece I want to talk to you about in plans. So yeah, I had 2 start and finishes. Should have been 3, ran out of time. So I ended up gifting something that I'd already stitched, which I'd like. I don't mind stitching again. So I did, this is part of haul as well slightly, Floral Alphabet by Modern Hoop Stitch, and I did the letter S and the letter L. There should have been another S, but I know how much time it took me to do the first one, so the second one had no chance. So I gifted them to the people that used to look after my youngest. The after school club's all changing, so basically that after school was shutting after 25 years, and they're setting up a new one, school run rather than charity run, which is quite sad in a way, because I thought he'd be there till the end with them. So but change is change, isn't it? So here's a picture of, I have it already. Here's a picture of what they look like. I also gifted some other bits and pieces, like a mug with their name on, and a little key ring, and a little note, and some chocolate. But it was very gratefully received. Lots of tears. Apparently the owner had been holding strong until I got there and then just let rip. So yeah, that was, yeah. I'm quite empathetic, so if someone's crying, it makes me cry, and then it makes them cry more. So I'll be watching TV and I'll start crying because the character's died or whatever, and yeah, I'll start crying. So yeah. But yeah, I think they were well received, and I hope, well, I'll see one of them, so I'll keep in touch sort of for a little bit longer. So see what happens next. So that was partly haul. I'll do plans and then I'll do haul. So I want to work on the other Christmas ones I haven't worked on. Might do a bit more work on Christmas wreath or the block party. I think now I've sort of got going with the block party. I want to keep going. So that's the idea behind that. I haven't picked up an anniversary stitch yet, which is on my whip go, sorry. And I haven't done Pokemon or sampler book yet this month, which are my monthly goals. I want to pick up a secret stitch, so I've bought 2 patterns that are secret stitches I'm not showing. So I have spent some money this month, not just DMC, and some hoops for finishing those 2 floral alphabets. So I bought, with the intention of stitching 3 6-inch hoops, 3 7-inch hoops. The 7-inch looked way better, and the 6-inch hoops I'll just use for stitching or finishing. So all good. They're just the knocked onto holes, sorry. So yeah, they're just the LB's 6-inch hoops. That's upside down. I just got that for Amazon. I think they're about £4 or £5, maybe £5 plus, around that kind of mark each. But just great for finishing, better than the bamboo ones though. And I just got some like fray check. I watched a caterpillar cross stitch video on stitching with satin and metallic, and I'm trying to remember the presenter's name. Son of a Stitch. I can't remember his actual name. Well, that's his Instagram handle. He was using that to just stop the ends from fraying. I thought, might give that a go, because there is some satin stitches in that anniversary piece, which I'm bespoking to our actual crystal anniversary, so it's got some of our wedding colours in, but like I said, there is some satin stitches in that. I'll talk about the PDF patterns in a minute. What do it now? Oh, that was the other thing. I can't decide what to take on holiday. Whether to take, I've got like I think Lindsay from Blush and Pink Stitches did it a couple of years ago, which is the seashells from Dimensions. I've got that as a kit, or to go something monochromatic. But I just want something that probably fit in that hoop, maybe a little bit more, but that obviously I'm going to be handling it a lot, so it needs to be able to get washed. And I don't want lots and lots of colour changes. So a monochromatic piece, but then that'll get a bit, it won't get boring, but I know after a week I'll be like, yeah, either that or I'll be really into it and I've done it. So any tips on that will be welcome. I can't take the scissors on the plane, but sometimes I haven't got scissors with me, so what I tend to do is just leave the end hanging off the front, but leave enough to put it behind and thread it under, rather than having lots of like excessive amounts of thread under on the back, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I've got quite a few projects, but yeah, we'll see what happens next. Just on my next video, I'm not sure I'll get an August one done, and this is quite spare at the moment in July. I'll get back to life in a minute, but yeah, so I think it might be early September before I'm back. So I'll have lots of stitching for you. I've finished Jolly July and she-weed myself through August, picking up the projects that I've just listed. So I have 2 lots of some stuff to do, plus some more whip go. I think I put Christmas list down for a finish on the whip go. I think I'm going to change that to 5 days. But block party is down for a finish, so I think if I get that one done, I'm happy. If I get one of them finished, that'll be fine. Yep, so I'll do haul and then I'll do live. I haven't done, never finished off the plan, did I? Yeah. Scatterbrained. It's too hot. So this is Merry Christmas You Filthy Animal by So Easy Pattern. It was on Etsy, not sure it is anymore. this is where I'm up to. That's upside down. This is where I'm up to. And I think I pretty much want to get the other reindeer in. So I could do this a bit better in the project bag. I tried to quilt myself and it went a bit horribly wrong, but hey ho. That looks alright then. Other reindeer here. The other bit of, oops, those bits in between. Yeah, not sure about the snowflakes. We'll put that bit in across there. Not sure what to do with the bottom, but I think once I've stitched those bits I'll decide. Do I just put like a little green tree here maybe and call it a day? I don't want to do the whole thing and I don't know what it is, but I think I can get that finished. At least that's one less thing with. Yeah, so it's in this massive project bag. Don't look too closely at that, especially, yeah, not that bit. It's my first one. I like lessons. Zip zips up. I'm not going to do that though. So yeah, let me know what you think, whether it might need a bit of a tree at the bottom or something else. The other patterns I bought, to move to one side so I can put them in. There's a Star Wars gift, that's for my youngest. I haven't written down the name of where it's from, so hopefully I'll pop that on the screen as well. From Hoop Modern Stitch I also got Wedding Modern Cross Stitch. Someone's got engaged, I think they're getting married in January, so I need to get on with that quite quickly as well. But it's a monochromatic piece. Could take it, want to take it, maybe not. The two secret stitch patterns, and I was watching Sew Me Sarah's, I think it was your last video or the video before, and you showed Stitch All the Things Quaker by Darling Dion Designs. Yep, that's what started the purchasing, I think. It's not entirely, it was coming anyway. I had to buy the hoops. I think I'd already bought the fray check by then. Yeah, and then I suddenly decided last minute, actually I do want to stitch something for the after school club that's finishing. I don't want to mention the name because my son's still at the school. So yeah, so I bought that. No intentions of stitching anytime yet. I know I'm looking at myself and rather than at the camera, so I apologise given that I'm so close to the camera and keep knocking the table. It's one of them today, definitely one of them. Yeah, so life. Work's been hectic. It's year end next week, so hectic. We also had Scout Camp, to which I was one of the main leaders, so I had to organise a base and get myself organised and my two kids, so hectic. Also the treasurer, so I had to organise all the payments and the things as well. So yeah, that was hectic. We've booked holiday, yay! Hence the chat on holiday. I'm actually on holiday this week. It's actually a Tuesday afternoon, which is unusual for me. Normally it's a Friday morning. I have also been, I went for a hearing test last September and was told that I did have not significant, like quite a fundamental hearing loss at the top of the range, so like S's, TH's and F's sounds I don't hear, which is fine when you're looking at someone and you can lip read and you know them. In a noisy room or they speak softly, things like that, no. So they referred me to the NHS. I've heard nothing from the NHS. I chased it with my GP, and I felt like it was getting worse, or maybe it's just I notice it more now that I'm aware of it. So I went to Specsavers here in the UK and got some hearing aids. They're definitely helping, especially in those sort of environments. I keep getting a square box on my face and I don't know why. They're definitely helping in certain situations, but obviously they can only aid, they cannot replace hearing loss. So yeah, seeing how I get on with that. I had an adjustment appointment last week, and she turned the volume up more, so when there's like a frappe machine going or something else really loud in the background, or someone's talking really soft, like shouting, or kids screaming, yeah, headache time. It's really loud. But then somebody that talks softly, who's not stood in front of the frappe machine, I can hear a lot better. I'm not relying so much on the lip reading, which I didn't realise I was doing. So when I'm watching like Flosstube back, I'm normally alright, because I can, half the time, in fact 75% of the time, I've got headphones in one ear and listening out with the other ear. It's roughly the same in both ears, there's no difference. But after the initial appointment, I rang my dad and said, look, can you like, because she asked him if it was hereditary, and I was like, don't think it is. After a bit more investigation, yeah. So better to get them now and get the most of them than not be able to do it later down the line. So my two cousins, who are older than me, both have hearing aids, which I found out from a different cousin. This is a lot of life, but they're adopted and the other ones aren't. I can hear a weird noise. I don't think it's next door's hoovering, but I can hear him. Don't normally. So yeah, seeing how I get on with those. Like I say, definitely helping. Let's see what happens next. I think once I've got a formal diagnosis or chance of it being hereditary, then I'll push on for either the kids to first of all to get a hearing check, and then we'll take it from there, because I'm at the age of 44, I'm young for hearing aids. I shouldn't need them in theory, but because of whatever, yeah. Anyway, getting on with it. It was a bit of a shock initially. I think that's why it took me so long to sort of like go, actually, yeah, I do need help. They were saying, oh, you know, the kids were just taking the mick constantly, and the husband, that I couldn't hear, or I mishear. Not so funny when you actually have to have a hearing problem. And I've since found that they're just generally loud anyway, the kids, so it's not really helping all the time that they're shouting. And yeah, I said to the other half, are they shouting because they're used to shouting, or they're shouting because that's them? And that is them, but sometimes it's not when they want to talk softly. And I had, actually, I think I've definitely got more than one story in me, but I definitely have my so Sherrie moments. And Sherrie cracks me up with her videos. It sounds like the kind of daft things I do, but I don't go sleepwalking. So I come out of the hearing aid centre, go to a cafe, sit myself down, go to take them out, which you can barely see them actually. It's that little black dot, so it's just there. It just sits in my ear, so it lets a lot of the natural sounds in as well. rather than completely blocking my ear. Yeah, so I sat there in the cafe. I go to take it out so I can, because I was between appointments. When I was stitching on my lizard, I downloaded something to watch on my iPad so I didn't have to drive backwards and forwards again. I went to put the the hearing aids in the little charge box. I went, that's strange. That doesn't fit. Pretty sure that's not meant to be like that. I sat there for about 5 minutes going, sure that's not right. So luckily it was the appointment was to go back to the Specsavers to pick up my glasses. I got in there and I went, there's something wrong. She's like, oh. A lady on reception, and she's like, oh. Luckily the audiologist had just finished with the client that came in after me. She's like, oh yeah, the warehouse has sent the wrong one. It's like, great. So they actually loaned me the hearing centre hearing aid charger, because you get them, so mine's quite long, but you also get them at shorter ones, which is the charge that I had, not the one for the long one. That's all sorted. But yeah, that was my just show Sherrie moment. But the one I wanted to share with you, I finally went and got myself some new bras. Yeah, went down to Barissimo. Highly recommend. And she's there trying on my bras, and she's doing the strap up. Next thing I know, like she literally come up the back, and yeah, I was like, that's not happened before. So yeah, only to me, yeah. But luckily, I'm quite mild-mannered and can take a laugh, and I'm not easily offended or aggressive. So yeah, we had a laugh, and I bought quite a few things. So yeah, yeah, highly recommend. I think that's it for now, because I am rambling like I don't know what. I have lots of moments that could easily qualify for a just so Sherrie moment. If you don't watch her channel, please go and check it out. She's gone to weekly videos, although I think this week there's not one. Oh no, she's planned to one from the... It's not Stitch in London. It's the big one. But yeah, I've still not made it out to any sort of stitchy days or stitchy retreats other than the picnic in the park, which was the caterpillar one last year. Partly because of childcare timing, yeah, confidence as well as the ears, but we'll see. Hopefully I'll get to that point where I feel like I'm able to. Alright, I'm definitely going to go. Now I'm knocking the table as well. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe. If not, I will see you in September, because I don't think there'll be an August one. So bye for now, and happy holidays, and try and enjoy the sun while it's out. Bye.